All right, now we're gonna go into the half moon. We're gonna be in the mountain position. Feet together, toes and ankles touching. We're gonna lift our arms up overhead, interlacing all 10 fingers, releasing our pointer fingers. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna round our hips to the left, rounding to the right, keeping our abs engaged, arms by our ears, focusing on our breath, picking a point right in front of us to look at. Back up slowly, using your core, hips going to the right, rounding to the left. Engage your abs, and back up slowly. From the side, feet together, toes and ankles touching. We're going to inhale our arms up, interlacing all 10 fingers, releasing our pointer fingers, bringing our hips to the left, rounding to the right, picking a spot in front of us to focus, engaging your core, slowly lift. Hips going to the right, rounding to the left. Arms by our ears, straight out, straight up and above us. Slowly lifting back and release. Now we're going to go into our chair pose. We're going to be in the mountain pose, starting in the mountain pose, feet together, toes and ankles touching. We're going to inhale our arms up, palms facing. And now we're going to gently sit back into an imaginary chair, keeping our spine straight, keeping our hands up, and slowly releasing. And from the side, feet together, toes and ankles touching. We're going to inhale our arms up, palms facing each other, and sitting back into an imaginary chair. Trying to keep our knees behind our toes and our spine straight. And release. Now we're going to go into our chair pose with a twist. We're going to go into start on our mountain pose, feet and toes and ankles touching. We're going to inhale our arms up, pressing our palms together and bringing it to our heart. We are going to sit back into our chair. In our imaginary chair, our right elbow will go over our left knee with a twist, holding this position, focusing on balance and our breath. Back to center, left side. Left elbow, right knee. And back to center. Now we're going to do it with the side. Chair with a twist. Inhale our arms up, toes and ankles touching. Palms together, bringing our hands to our heart. Sitting back into the chair. Knees behind our toes. Right elbow, left knee, twist. Gentle gaze over our left shoulder. Back to center. Focusing on our breath. Left elbow, right knee. Gentle gaze over our right shoulder. And release. And back up. Now we are going into our standing back bend. Starting in a mountain position, feet together, toes and ankles touching. We're going to inhale our arms up. Interlacing our hands, all 10 fingers. And slowly reaching back. A gentle gaze through our hands. Looking down at the back wall, focusing on our breath, activating our ab muscles. And back up. Standing back bend, feet together, toes and ankles touching. We're going to inhale our arms up. Palms together. Palms facing each other. And we're going to slowly go into a back bend, engaging our ab muscles, trying to look down the back wall, halfway down the back wall. Slowly up. All right, now we're going to go into our air squats. We're going to want our feet at a hip width distance, keeping our weight in our heels as we lower, keeping our chest up, chin up, lowering to 90 degrees and back up. From the side, the air squat, feet hip width distance, keep our chest up, chin up, weight in our heels, slowly lowering to 90 degrees and back up. Now we're going into our air lunge, feet hip width distance. We're going to take our right leg and make a big step forward, dropping our left knee to barely kiss the ground. 90-degree angle in our right leg, back up, driving ourselves back up with our right heel. The air lunge, starting with our feet hip width distance, taking a large step with our left foot now, dropping our right knee to barely kiss the floor with our left knee at an 90-degree angle, back up slowly, driving with our left heel. Now we are going into our goblet squat. We're going to have our feet hip width distance, the weight held at the head, right at our chest. We are going to keep the weight in our heels, slowly lowering to 90 degrees, chest up, chin up, and back up. On the side, goblet squat, feet hip width distance, weight in our heels, chest up, chin up, slowly lowering to 90 degrees, and back up. With our feet hip width distance, we're going to step halfway onto the band. And slowly lowering, we're going to get the bands up onto our shoulders. And what we're going to do is we're going to squat down, chest up, chin up, slowly into 90 degrees and back up. From the side, feet hip width distance, bands on our shoulders, lowering slowly, chest up, chin up to 90 degrees and back up. Taking dumbbells in each of our hands for our dumbbell lunge, we're going to keep our arms by our side, feet hip width distance, taking a large step with our right foot, kissing the ground with our left knee, 90-degree angle on our right, back up, driving with our right heel to help us stand back up. From the side, dumbbell lunge, we are going to have our weights at our sides, feet hip width distance, taking a large step with our left leg, right knee touching the ground, and the left knee at an 90-degree angle, driving back up with our left heel. All right, our first pose today is the mountain pose. What you're going to want to do is put your feet together, heels and toes touching, the full foot engaged. You're going to want to put your palms facing forward, shoulders back and down with a straight spine, engaging the abs and quads. Good, and we're going to get up inside now. Once again, foot full engaged, toes and ankles touching, palms facing forward, shoulders back and down, engaging quads and abs. Gentle gaze forward. All right. Now we're going to be going into the tabletop pose, and I had to drop the camera a little bit so you can be able to see me. What you're going to do is go onto all fours, palms flat on the ground, knees on the ground as well, toes not curled under you. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your shoulders are in line with your wrists and your hips are in line with your knees. And we want to make sure that we have a straight spine as well. From the side, curls not toed up, curled under. Hands flat on the ground, shoulders in line with our hands, hips in line with our knees, straight spine, gentle gaze forward. And that is the tabletop. Now we are going to be going into our staff position, which we're going to do is get on the floor, sitting on your glutes, feet forward, straight forward, toes flex backwards, palms flat on the ground by our side. Gentle gaze forward. Now from the side, the staff position, feet straight forward, toes flexed back, palms flat into the ground. Now we're going to be going into Savasana, so if you could lie on your back, palms facing upward, head, neck, and shoulder are neutral, heels touching, toes flared out, focusing on your breath, in your nose, out your mouth. Now from side angle, Savasana, laying on our backs, heels touching, toes flared out, palms facing the ceiling, focusing on our breath, in the nose, out the mouth. Eyes stay open. We want to make sure that our exhales are as large as our inhales because we don't want stagnant air left in our lungs. Now we're going to go into our child's pose. We're going to want to get into the tabletop position, bringing our knees and toes together, or a variation of this is having your knees still flared out. You want to sit back onto your heels, inching your hands forward, one at a time, getting a deep shoulder stretch. Relaxing your head and neck, inching forward bit by bit. And once you're done, you're going to round up. From the side, child's pose. Starting tabletop, toes touch, sitting on our heels, inching our hands forward, head and neck neutral, getting a deep shoulder stretch. Rounding up, our head is the last to come up so we don't get dizzy.